James Rowe, welcome to Aldershot Town as Gary Waddock's assistant manager.
Thank you.
What qualities do you bring to the role, do you think?
That's a good question to start with.
Dropping you straight in there.
Well, I've known Gary for 3.5 years. We've spoken a lot over that period of time when we worked together initially at the Premier League together. And certainly integrity is a word that comes to mind when you're thinking of Gary. And certainly I can bring that hopefully to the role with a lot of positivity of how we want to play. We're definitely on the same lines of that. So we want to, as Gary said, bring back the noise in the stadium and play in the right way.
And on a technical side, you're an A licence holder, you've got a Masters in Sports Science, and you're also studying at the Johan Cruyff School in Holland. As a good technical grounding, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's been a full-on 5 years, mainly in youth development, but now's the right time to step into first team football, and it had to be the right opportunity. There's a couple that came along that I didn't take because it didn't feel right. This certainly feels right, especially with Gary at the helm, because I think the managerial side, he can teach me a lot, and I'm looking forward to the challenge.
And this is maybe an unfair question, why do you think he wanted you?
You'll have to ask him that. As I said, our relationship's strong, and I think we bounce off each other quite well, and the philosophies, as I said it before, is along the same lines, and we're looking forward to getting started next week.
In the sports science qualification, the work you're doing in Holland with elite coaches in different sports, I suppose that gives you a broader perspective rather than just being kind of head down looking at football. You're seeing what you can learn from other sports, and that's going to be important.
Yes, the course is challenging. It's different from the normal FA streamlining, if you like, and that's why I took it, was invited on it. It's a lot to do with one-on-one coaching as well, on and off the field, which is important in the team dynamics. So hopefully I can bring that to the role, and when I graduate in December, I'll have learned a lot more than what I started a couple of months ago when I started the course.
And how do you assess your role as almost Gary's other half now? What will your partnership entail?
Again, that's a hard question before we start. Obviously there's going to be road bumps along the way. It's a hard league, it's a physical league, and a very demanding league on a Saturday and a Tuesday, especially before Christmas. But as I said, we've got the same philosophy. We want to play attractive attacking football, which we will do, and we're going to get the right personnel to do that.
The way you work together, it won't be the stereotypical good cop, bad cop. It's a bit more nuanced than that.
I think so. I think we've got similar character traits. Hopefully that will come out as the season goes on, and the supporters will see that. And as I said, we're very looking forward to starting next week and getting the players in.
You've said that Gary has mentioned getting the crowd back into play again. That the atmosphere here is potentially superb. What else has Gary told you about the club and his plans?
Well, obviously in 2007-2008 season, he had a very successful season here, but we've got to put that to the side now. That's part of the legacy of the club. We need to now create a new bit of history, and I'm confident we can do that. Excellent.
And you haven't mentioned it yet. You've got a great balance of experience, I suppose. You were assistant academy director at West Ham, and you don't get to that sort of level at the Academy of Football without being an excellent coach. That's an excellent part on your CV.
It is. It's part of my history, but working at Birmingham, getting a grounding there, and also at the Premier League has given me a good balance. But we're always learning. It doesn't matter what stage of coaching you're in, and that's first and foremost the most important thing to realise as a coach. You're always learning. This is going to be another chapter where I'm going to learn a lot and hopefully give a lot back, and let's see where it takes us.
But you've also got, as a player, a proven goal scoring record in non-league football, Canby Island, Leamington, etc. That it's almost the two ends of the spectrum. You're working at elite level, but as a player you know the grassroots level as well. Yeah,
and hopefully that'll give me a good balance in the role. I haven't had good experience obviously in the conference at the moment, but certainly in the conference South and North and the Ryman Premier, played quite a few times. So it's it will give me a good balance and hopefully give me a good relationship working with the players.
And I suppose also you've got that knowledge of what players are out there, if the contacts around that level to bring players through, to develop them, the raw talent that everybody knows is out there in non-league football?
Definitely. You've got examples of Smalling and Vardy. I could go on. It's happening more often, certainly in the modern game. But not only that, we've got to remember we've got an academy here that started in Christmas, and certainly I'll be looking to link that in with the first team and make sure, like the supporters, we're all singing off the same hymn sheet, and we can really push this club forward with the potential it's got.
Sounds great to me. You're clearly looking forward to getting started.
Yeah.
An ambitious club, and you want to bring your experience to help that for a successful season.
Definitely, and I'll be supporting Gary obviously in all aspects of his management, and we're very excited to get going.